Russian oil is back in focus, this time because of the European Union. The European Union has hit Russia with a fresh round of sanctions. These sanctions target individuals and entities linked to Russia's shadow fleet of oil tankers. However, this is not the first time that the European Union has imposed sanctions on Russia. The fresh measures are a part of the European Union's 19th sanctions package, which has been imposed on Russia since the Ukraine war. It was meant to cut off the revenue streams that fund Moscow's war effort. Hence, the latest measures aim to disrupt the shadow fleet of oil tankers. Now, what is a shadow fleet? What latest sanctions by the European Union imply? Which entities have been added to the sanctions list? Let's take a look at these key questions in this episode of Newswatch. Traders Murtaza Lakhani and Etibar Ayub are among the prominent oil traders who have been sanctioned. The European Union accuses these oil traders of facilitating Russian crude oil exports. The bloc alleges that companies linked to Lakhani enabled oil shipments from Russian state giant Rosneft, while Ayub and his associates Anar Matadli and Talat Safarov are connected to Coral Energy, which is now rebranded as Two Rivers Group. This group has been active in Russian oil trading. In total, 9 individuals and entities have been added to the sanctions list, including figures associated with Rosneft and Lukoil-linked businesses. With this update, more than 2,600 individuals and entities are now subject to European Union sanctions. The new restrictions prohibit European Union citizens and companies from providing certain services to the listed parties. These include shipping and logistics services, insurance and reinsurance, financial and technical support. Not only this, analysts expect the European Union to go further in coming weeks. Discussions are underway to sanction more than 40 additional vessels. This can potentially raise the total number of blacklisted shadow fleet ships to around 600. Now let's understand what these shadow fleets are and how it works. Russia's shadow fleet consists of secret oil ships, mostly oil tankers, used by the government to quietly export oil across the world, dodging Western sanctions. These ships often hide their movements, change flags frequently, and operate under fake names or ownership. The reason why these are called shadow fleets is because they operate in the shadows, untracked, unregistered properly, and outside international shipping routes. The question is, why does Russia need a shadow fleet? Well, Russia's oil exports are a major source of money for the country. As the Russia-Ukraine war began, the West imposed a variety of sanctions on Russian oil to stop Moscow from funding its war. So to keep selling its oil and make money, Russia began building its own shadow fleet. These ships operate differently, also known as dark fleet. These vessels use different techniques to avoid being detected. These ships don't follow the rules of international shipping. Many tankers or ships use automatic identification system, which is meant to track a ship's location. As a result, they disappear from maritime tracking systems or show up in the wrong places. Ownership of these vessels is often concealed through shell companies, making it extremely hard for authorities to trace who actually controls them or to take enforcement action. In many cases, oil or cargo is transferred from sanctioned ships to vessels that appear clean, usually in remote international waters. This helps hide where the cargo came from, who owns it, and where it is ultimately headed. Another common tactic is frequent renaming and reflagging, also known as flag hopping, to stay ahead of regulators. To further evade detection, ships often change their flags, names, management companies, or even their unique 9-digit identification numbers used in maritime communication. There are also cases where ships falsify their location data, making it seem like they are sailing in harmless or unrelated areas, while actually operating somewhere else altogether. Russia has dismissed the sanctions as ineffective. Its permanent mission to the European Union said Brussels was repeating failed policies and warned that continued restrictions would ultimately hurt European citizens through higher energy prices. As Brazil steps up its sanctions push, the global energy market is becoming increasingly divided. Europe is dealing with higher costs and tighter supply, while Russia is speeding up its shift toward Asian buyers. With no immediate diplomatic breakthrough in sight, this latest crackdown makes one thing clear: the struggle over global energy flows and how sanctions are enforced is far from settled. What do you think? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.